Hello everyone, this is Diane. I'm in between journal projects, so today I'm going to just work on making some ephemera with my vintage magazine images. So I have, this is children from vintage magazines and beauty ads and just ads and homemaking. I thought that was a good place to start with all of those. And I'm just going to make some journal cards, pockets, whatever I'm going to pull things out. And I have here some scraps of cardstock. I wanted light colored ones so that they could be written on the back. And this was an x-ray. It was a huge x-ray envelope. And I cut it into smaller pieces, but I left a big one. I don't know if I'll use it or if I want to make something extra, something different with that, but I got it out. And I have just some plain cream colored cardstock, some file folders that I can cut up. And this was just a ledger that I printed on cardstock, so I could use that. I've had that hanging around for a while, so maybe I'll just, I was thinking I would print something on the back, but I think maybe I'll just glue something to the back. And then I have a drawer full of papers that I can use for backing ephemera or gluing onto a page for journaling. So it's just like small pieces of lined paper, graph paper, and things like that, or full pieces of it. But I also had some cardstock, like scrapbook paper. So this is a grid pattern, and I've got a full sheet and a partial sheet, and that ledger with spatters on it. This ledger, that was a Prima pad. I love that pad. And this little 6x6 pad with different kinds of lined paper, and an 8x8 paper from 7 Gypsies. I have this also in a 12x12. And I really hoard this stuff because you don't find this stuff anymore, just pads of ledger and lined scrapbook paper, but why hoard it? I need to use it. So let me show you what the next journal project is going to be, which we are not starting today, but maybe some of these things will find their way into these journals. This is going to be fun. I decided to do this, make a journal with A Child's Garden of Verses, my favorite little golden book from when I was a child, and it is illustrated by Eloise Wilkin. So then I thought, well, let's find a couple more Eloise Wilkin. So we're going to do 3 Eloise Wilkin journals. This one is Good Little, Bad Little Girl. Those are both from the 70s. These copies are from the 70s. And this one is a wonder book, The Make-Believe Parade, and it is illustrated by Eloise Wilkin. And this is, it was given to someone in 1958, and the copyright date is 1949, so I don't know if this is the date that it was printed or not, but at least it's 1958. So I'm gonna have fun making 3 Eloise Wilkin journals. And I have a journal for myself made out of this book. So with that in mind, let's start with the children. Images of children cut from vintage magazines. I don't know if you're going to be interested in this video because I'm not going to do anything fancy, but it might be fun for you to see the images and see how they look once they're glued onto something and made useful instead of just hanging around. Let's just start with this one that seemed to just jump out at me. Keep cool with Kool-Aid. This would make a great tag, bookmark, journal card. So I went in my office last night, and I got those really old Montgomery, I think they're Montgomery Ward catalogs toward the end of the flea market season last year. And I said that I was just going to leave them in a pile next to my desk in my office, and I would have them to look at and do something with in the winter. And I've been so busy with de-stash stuff, I'm always busy doing something else, but I figured last night, I said I'm going to go and just see what's there. So I grabbed one of the old books, I think it's from the 30s, the old catalogs, and I wanted to see what else was in that stack, because it seemed like a pretty high stack. I know I have about 3 vintage catalogs. 2 of them are from the 30s, and then there's a Sears one from the 60s, I think. Maybe there's 2 Sears ones now. I don't even remember. Isn't that awful? And there is a pattern catalog, counter catalog. Oh, that's pretty big, and that's from the 60s. But there's also, and I knew there were a couple of the old 1950s magazines, because I sold some, but I kept some. And there's a lot more magazines there than I thought. So I'm going to have, I got some glue on there and it made it kind of dirty. So I'm going to see if I can wash that off. I'm going to have an evening where I can just look at that pile of stuff and see what I actually have there. There, I washed it right off. But I think I was excited. I have all that stuff to go through in the wintertime when I'm not going to flea markets. Okay, so there's one. I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm not going to like ink around them or anything. I'm just gluing them and having them closer to being ready to go in a journal. Let's see what else we have here. Now I have these 2 that I thought would be really cute. I think I will go ahead and make these into little tuck spots, and maybe I can use them in the journals that I'm making. Let's see. That's a cute tuck spot too. Some of these I would just glue onto a tag or even a page. Just glue them to a page. She's precious. Where does Shirley Temple get her energy? That would be a cute large tag. Some shoes. Well, I don't want to get too many out because maybe we want to look at some of the other pouches. But I do want to make these. I'll have to press this down. That glue stick made it curl up. Now these don't have to be on ledger paper or anything, but I'll just put them on plain cardstock, I think. So I will trim around it a little more and then glue it down and then trim it closer to how I want it to look. I wish they were the same color. They were in the same magazine, but maybe not on the same page. I was thinking of reflecting back, looking back in the book where I write down all the stuff I buy at flea markets, and maybe watching, fast forwarding through some of my haul videos. I wondered if you'd be interested in my top 10 flea market finds from 2023. I saw that, forgot who it was now. Someone did her top 5. And I thought I couldn't do that. I'd have to at least do the top 10. There were so many great things. And like, oh, the catalogs, I couldn't pick one. I would just have to say catalogs, the old catalogs, or paper dolls. The paper dolls from the 1940s and 50s. And I got so many of them in 2023. But let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. I think I'm just going to cut that outlet and cord off. We don't need to fuss with that. And I'm going to leave some of this space here because it's just going to be glued down as a tuck spot, and I don't want just these two legs sticking up. So I'll leave it that way for now. I can always do something more when I go to glue it down. I like that there's a border of toys underneath them. Looks like she's writing or drawing. Must be drawing. She's got art supplies there. And he is reading a newspaper, but maybe he's reading the comics. Looks like it's the comic page. Remember when I could sit and lay on the floor like that and then just, for a while, and then just jump up and go do something else. Not anymore. I remember telling my granddaughter one time, well, I had to tell her more than once, Grandma doesn't sit on the floor to play anymore. Okay, there's a couple tuck spots. Let's make a journal card or a pocket out of this. Should I cut around? I don't like the black in the back, but I think I'll just leave it. And I think I'll trim it a little bit because it's kind of wide for a card. I want to make a journal card out of it, I think. I could add some lace or trim to it to brighten it up a little bit. I don't know why I'm using this instead of the glue stick that I've been using, but here it is. I'll have to let that dry before I cut it, because I'm going to trim where the glue is. I can just cut it away. Okay, let's make a little tuck spot with him. It's an advertisement for a Lester grand piano. The official piano of the Philadelphia Orchestra. We're having another snowy day today. They canceled, I don't know about local schools here, but where my sister lives, she has recently begun regularly taking care of her little granddaughters. One of them goes to daycare, or not daycare, but preschool, and the other one just is home with her all day till her son gets out of work. And she said that first it was on her preschool was on a delay, and then this morning it was canceled. I don't think we're getting that much snow, but maybe they are out there. She lives an hour away from me. So I just decided to hunker down and stay put. I don't have to go anywhere. I have packages to mail, but they can wait till Monday. Today's Friday. So I had to walk to the little store that's very close to me. It only takes me a few minutes to walk there. I just put my boots and coat on and walked to the store and bought some milk and came back home, and I've been here cleaning my craft room. And I mean, I still have a lot to do in here, but I, cleaned up my stamps from my last project and put them away, and I got my nail polish remover and cleaned my acrylic blocks, the stamp blocks that get the permanent ink on them that you can't wash off. So I cleaned them all up sparkly with my nail polish remover that I keep in here just for that purpose. I even got out the stamp blocks that I didn't use for this project. I got them all out and cleaned them all. So I'm trying to, and I did a little more rearranging. It's a very slow process, and I couldn't sleep last night, and I was thinking about what if I did this? I wonder if this would work. And I tried that out, and I'm going to leave it that way for now and hope it works. After this one, we'll switch to maybe the beauty ads or the regular ads. I just love this. This one is from the 30s. This could either be a pocket or a journal card. There's so many good ones in here. Those patterns you could buy. That one's from the 40s, I think. Not positive. That one's cute. Drinking her homemade orange juice. All right, let's put these away and get out the beauty ads. Well, the regular ads are right on top of the pile, so I'm going to grab them. Some of these came out of books where these places paid for advertising in the back of the book, and it wasn't a yearbook, I don't think. Maybe some of them are from a yearbook, but I had another book that had some really cool images. I don't think I'll do them right now. Yeah, this one. This was from a book about Elmira, the town, one of the towns that's near where I go do my shopping. And I just thought these ads were so cool looking. So I'll definitely do something with them sometime. So those were from a yearbook, those other ones. Okay, we've got flower seeds, 7-Up, or yeah, ginger ale. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. That's a nice big one. Coca-Cola. I've seen this one in a lot of magazines. I might as well use that. That's a cute one. This is advertising a lacquer in a 1930s magazine. Shabby. Lacquer it. New again. I would have to put these all in one magazine with this, or one journal. I could make a tuck spot out of that one. This is advertising a silk that her dress is made out of. That would be a fun pocket. Oh, I'm sorry. I set my timer for an hour so I could work in here for an hour before I moved on to something else, and I forgot. I'm just gonna stop right now and make some ephemera. Oh, I like that one. Okay. And I was gonna shut that timer off and I forgot to, so sorry about that. I also have a big, it's this big, but it's really fat, envelope of food and cooking images. Okay, I'll make this into a journal card. Sometimes when I put glue stick on an old magazine page, it smells bad. And this one does. It doesn't last. It doesn't linger. But I wonder what it is that makes old magazine pages stink when you put glue on them. Got a little clump of glue in there. Cute. Scotties are softies. This is from an FAO Schwartz ad. That's an old magazine from the 30s, it looks like. Not quite wide enough. Just so you know, I had already done an hour in here before lunch. And then I came back in here after a while and set the timer again. So I did almost 2 hours of cleaning in here, of putting things away and wiping off stamp blocks and stuff like that. Oop. Tore that paper. Kind of ruins the look of that corner. And it's kind of an Art Deco look. So I wanted to retain that frame. I'll just have to put a decoration down in that corner. It's not horrible, but you can see. FAO Schwartz, the home of toys. I got to go there in New York City when my daughter and I went to see Billy Joel at Madison Square Gardens. I think we bought some candy there. They have a room of candy. So when I go through those magazines this winter that I still have, I will separate out some of the ads and images and sell bundles. I have a separate little envelope or pouch or something where I put the little advertising pieces that I would use to make paper clips, to alter paper clips. And it's got a square frame around it, so I'm not going to round the corners. That's a nice big card for a big journal. I like this one. That'll make a pretty card. I think I can use this yellow piece for this. a thick piece of cardstock. Prima. Prima is quality stuff. I lifted the blade up and set it back down into the paper instead of cutting into it. That probably preserved it from tearing, because when I went back down it seemed like it wanted to tear. I don't know why I did that, because I'm going to cut that corner off anyway. Why I glued that down. It's just going to get cut off. It doesn't seem straight at the bottom. I probably glued it on wrong or crooked. There, that looks better. My thumb can't do that anymore. I'm just waiting to see what's happening with my thumb, because some days it hurts to do stuff. But I'm doing what I can until I have to go do something about it. It's not that bad right now. You never know what's happening with your body as it ages. Got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces from the children's packet. 4 from the advertising packet. Let's go to the beauty packet. I don't know if we'll have time to get to the housekeeping one, or the homemaking one. That's always got fun stuff too. But here's beauty. There's a lot in here. There's some Yardley lavender, Yardley of English lavender. Doesn't say if it's perfume. Old English lavender soap. I like that one. These eyes tell the story of an enchanting change. Maybelline. There's another Maybelline ad. This one is probably from the 40s or 50s, and this one looks like it's from the 60s or 70s. Pond's cream. Okay, I like this one. She's beautiful. Swan soap. I like all these ads, but I'm just waiting for one to jump out at me to use today. made tags. I should make a tag. Tattoo your lips. New Tattoo Cream Mascara. Oh, Tattoo is the brand name of the makeup. Now, they're a little bit trapezoidal. And that's kind of cool. So they would make fun little pockets. That'd be a fun little tag. I think I'll make that into a tag. Beauty is my spare time career. Okay, we'll just play with what I pulled out. There's a lot there. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I have any plain shipping tags that aren't copy dyed. I think I've used them all up. Oh, here's some, just a couple. I'm not going to put that back up there because I'll bump you again. So what I'll do with this is put glue all over this and then lay this down on top of it and cut around it and see what we get. That's cool. I like that. I guess I'll have to take file folders and cut them into this size and have them ready. They're not quite as sturdy as these, but I make a lot of tags with them. I think I'll just put this almost to the edge of the paper. There is an edge I want to cut off. I must have ink embedded in my fingers because every time I get glue on my fingers it puts a smudge on my paper. I've been washing my hands today, I promise. What are you doing today? Are you having snow wherever you are? Are you crafting? Well, I didn't get close enough to the edge, but there's a little white on that edge too. I guess that's the edge I wanted to cut off, but then it put white over here, so that's okay. It is not a problem. So those are some nice tags. I like them. Okay, I've got to check the time. We're almost done here, so let's see if we can make one more. Got to tell you guys, the other day I edited a video and I eliminated a lot of the heat gun embossing of the snowflakes on that journal, and I did not listen to it back. I just, you know, uploaded it, and then it was on my channel for an hour the next day, and I got messages from 2 people in my Etsy shop that my video had no audio. So I just deleted it, and then I still had the original video, unedited video in my phone, so I uploaded that. So you got the whole thing with the embossing. And I don't know, it makes me nervous to edit, because that one time I edited and I tried to edit, and then the video was, I don't know, 4 times as slow or something. It was super slow. And this time the audio was gone. So I don't know what I do that causes those things to happen, and I don't know how to fix them. So I guess the secret is to not delete the original and listen to the video, watch the video, at least part of it, before I make it public. Sometimes you just don't have time. So this could either be a pocket or a journaling card. If I cut one corner, that would make a nice tuck spot. And if I want to make a journaling card, I can cut the other corners. Well, let's see what we did today. We did 3 with the beauty, 2 tags, and a tuck spot. We did a large journal card and a medium-sized journal card. I guess 2 large journal cards and 2 medium with the advertising pouch. And we did a tag journal card, another journal card, tuck spot, pocket, and 2 tuck spots with the children. I just want to keep going, but I do have other things to do. I took a break from cleaning in here, so I guess I'll continue cleaning until dinner time, because I want this room to be spick and span before I start on the next journal. I want to list some more items in my shop and maybe do some more ephemera. Just play with things and make some ephemera before I start on the next journal. But it's really hard for me not to start the new journal when I know what I'm going to do next. So anyway, I appreciate all of you every single day. Some of you watch my videos every day. Some of you comment every day. That's how I know you're watching them every day. And even if you don't, even if you come and watch occasionally, there are certain videos, I like to watch flip throughs. I don't necessarily like to watch the process videos like this one today, but sometimes I do. But I like the flip throughs, and I like to watch the hauls. But whatever videos of mine you choose to watch, I appreciate it, and I hope you keep coming back. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.